movies, people. Hello and welcome back to This Weekend. Got more movies, got some box sets. Got a lot of crazy stuff. I had to cut that previous part out because I did the swear words. And I remember YouTube doesn't like the swear words. Anyway, before I show off my movies and some shows, technically, I want to do a brief update because I had mentioned, I think maybe in This Weekend, how I had an issue with the TV where the Dolby Vision was stuttering. I learnt what the problem was. Now, I've got the Panasonic, it's like the UB80, UB800 or whatever, UBP800. I'll put the name up. Oh, it's actually right down there. UB820G&K, okay. UB820G&K according to the box down below. So, yeah, I bought that back in like 2021, so I can't get a refund on it. Technically not an issue with the actual player itself. It technically is. It's a weird thing, because I'd never had Dolby Vision until I got the new OLED TV, and it's, I'm like, oh shit, I had no issues. I'd had no issues until I decided to plug the player, which was initially plugged into the TV, I plugged into the receiver so that I could get the proper amount of audio, and also change the audio to bitstream. I had to do this whole fucking thing. It was a whole goddamn thing. And then last week, my brother and his partner were watching Halloween Ends, and the Halloween Ends 4K actually comes with Dolby Vision, which is really cool. It doesn't say that on the packaging. It says HDR10 Plus, and that's all. But it comes with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, or at least Dolby Vision and probably like a DTX HD or DTSX, whatever. But still, Dolby Vision, fucking good. Looks fantastic. And I'm like, great, this is amazing. But it kept going black for no reason. The screen would go black just randomly throughout the film, and the Dolby Vision logo would pop up, and then the screen would come back on. Weird bug. They kept watching the film, had no issues. Well, had issues, told me about it, showed me, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And they went on and continued watching the film. The next day, I watched the Taken of Pelham 1, 2, 3, the KINO, has Dolby Vision. I have the same issue about 3 times, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I'm changing around the HDMI ports, and I'm like thinking maybe it's a cheap HDMI port, all this, the cables and whatever. I do all this back and forth. Cut to a week later, and I've realized what the problem is, because I had changed all this stuff, plugged this in, plugged that in, all this kind of bullshit, changed some settings, had watched Groundhog Day in 4K, it looked great, there was no issues, but that's because that didn't have Dolby Vision. It was a HDR10, and I only watched other Blu-rays outside of that and did some streaming. Had no issues. So the obvious issue came down to it wasn't the TV, wasn't the receiver, it's the player. Player has this weird bug, and now there were 2 solutions, and it depends on how the problem arose for the person, as I was able to deduce, because most people have said that they had their Panasonic player, or usually the Panasonic player, plugged into the TV, and it would cause the bug. However, I had it the other way around. I had it plugged into the receiver, and that's when it started having the bug. So, what I've done since then, I've unplugged it from the receiver. I've plugged it directly into the TV, and I know my TV does have 2.1 ports, so I could technically buy a new HDMI cable, and there might not be any issues, but I know it's not a HDMI problem, because I still have a 2.0 cable, and it's a proper, certified cable. Nevertheless, I've done a whole setup reconfiguration where my Panasonic player is plugged directly into the TV, but the audio cable is plugged directly into the receiver. The TV is plugged into the receiver. If I want to watch the Dolby Vision, HDR, anything on the Panasonic player, I unplug the receiver from the TV, which is just hanging. It's a hanging cable, makes it easier for me, and I change the setting to, the output to Blu-ray, because I've got a Denon player, it has different outputs, automatically turns on to the TV one, so TV audio, I don't want it to be on TV audio, I've got to change it to Blu-ray. And then I can watch Dolby Vision, and there's no issues. So far, at least. Which is great. It does make it a little more complicated for people who want to watch stuff. Say, I went the other day, and I went from watching some stuff on Stan, because they gave me a free month. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll check out Poker Face. Pretty good so far. And then I wanted to watch a Blu-ray. I wanted to watch Aliens. And so I put on the Blu-ray, and I wasn't getting any audio. I'm like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? And I realized I haven't unplugged the thing. So I unplug it, and it still isn't playing audio. I'm like, what's going on? Then I realized I have to change it from TV audio to Blu-ray. I'd forgotten that extra step. I have yet to actually experiment whether or not I can just change it from TV audio to like Blu-ray audio whilst it's plugged in, but I'm pretty sure I've done that when I first plugged in and it didn't work. So as in, because it's plugged into the TV, it's going to automatically expect that the audio is going to come from the TV, even if the player is plugged directly audio-wise into the Blu-ray player. Because it knows that, like, it's got the video audio plug connected straight to the TV, it's going to expect the video audio, like the audio, to go through there. But I'm not doing that, because then I'd have to change the settings again. So, either way, it's fixed for now. I still have my Sony player, which is currently not plugged into anything, but I realistically expect I'll just plug that straight into the TV if I unplug the 4K player. Because Dad's currently taking my HDMI cable because he broke his screen on his laptop. So, yeah. Anyway, that's that. Let's get on to the stuff I got in the mail. So, yeah, that's the problem with some 4K players of Dolby Vision. I know I could just watch everything in HDR10 and there's absolutely no issues, but I figure if I'm paying for Dolby Vision, well, I specifically wanted the Dolby Vision upgrade outside of the bigger screen and the OLED, so it's like, you know, I want to get one I fucking bought. So anyway, let's look at what I bought. I got the Iron Giant. This is actually the Japanese release, as you can see by the spine and the text being in Japanese. This is the definitive edition or whatever, signature edition. The thing is, there's no difference. It still has all the special features. It just unfortunately has it all written in Japanese. Why did I get this? I got it in a 3 for $20 bundle from Play Music DVDs, and when you scan the Blu-ray, the barcode for this on Blu-ray.com, it comes up with a deluxe set, which comes with a booklet and art cards, which I did not get. I know why I didn't get it, because obviously whoever sold this to Play Music DVDs did not want this. They just wanted the booklet and the art cards, which you could probably only get in Japan, and they just replaced it with their Australian and or American Blu-ray. So, yeah, it's a bit of a slimmer case. It doesn't actually have the Iron Giant written on the spine. It's just in Japanese. I find it cute. I've never seen the film, which I know kind of sucks on my part, but at least now I have more enough reason to watch it. And I just figured there'd be, of all the ways for me to watch it, I bought the Japanese Blu-ray in Australia, which doesn't stipulate whether or not it's Region A, and I don't really care, but still, I can watch it on either player, so there's no problems there. Then I picked up, in that 3 for $20 bundle, A Most Wanted Man, because they just had it there, and I hadn't seen it before, and it's, as it says, this is Philip Seymour Hoffman's last complete role and a fitting legacy to his unparalleled talents. So yeah, I've been wanting to watch this for a fair few years now. I figured I'd buy it because it was there, and again, it helped in the sale, so that helped. Especially because the conclusion of that sale was Magic Mike. Yes, I didn't actually have this one yet. I do really I like this film. I haven't seen the Blu-ray yet. I have seen it on TV. It does come with a digital copy, which is kind of annoying. So like the extra disc is a digital copy. I don't know if I could still play it on my TV. I mean, it's a DVD. I'm not going to watch it anyway. But yeah, I think it's you got to put it straight into your TV, which is really dumb. But yeah, that is what it is. But they actually had two copies, hilariously. I took the first one out, and it was had the New Zealand sticker on it, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to, if I can, I could probably get it on eBay for the Australian edition. I know there's no difference. It's the same region code, same disc and everything, just a different label on the front. And then 3 down was Magic Mike again, so I took it out, and this was it. So I'm like, hey, fuck it, I'm here. I wanted to get it. There we go. Keen as hell for The Last Dance, and I really liked XXL. They're surprisingly good films, though no one else in this household seems to want to believe that. I don't know, I think they just it's just topless men dancing. There's arts, there's a story, oh my god. It's all this bigotry towards, it's not really bigotry, it's just a presumptuous nature that people think that Magic Mike immediately means half-naked men dancing. And yes, it is, because that's the show that they put on. It's the name of the show. But there is story. The first one is a pretty interesting story. Got some fun characters. McConaughey's fantastic in it. Channing Tatum's pretty good. The second one, everyone's even better. It cuts out half the cast and just makes it about a certain 6 of them or whatever. It's wonderful. I also picked up, because I wanted to get this on Blu-ray from Amazon, but they had it there for like $48, and I figured with the extra $20 there, I figured this would make a good pairing. So I got The Night Stalker. This is the KINO Lorber release. I've been wanting to get this for a while, but again, the pales up and down on price. Yeah, KINO Lorber disc. And yeah, I just haven't had it before, and I wanted to. I've got the whole show on DVD. I don't have. My dad had bought it a long time ago, so I've seen a couple episodes. And I do want to get The Night Strangler, which I initially thought this was, but then I'm like, oh, good, it's The Night Stalker. I don't have either of them yet anyway, so no real grievances there. But I did try ordering this from Cinemaniacs, and they didn't. They did have it in stock, but then they didn't. So I think it was just a stock count error. So yeah, so hence why I got Desperately Seeking Susan about a month ago. So yeah, I figured I'd finally pick this goddamn thing up, and finally, I just happened to find it in person. I'm like, great, I don't have to pay Amazon, I can pay these guys. And it's just like, it's $8 extra, but I don't really mind. You know, saves travel and commute and whatever for the package, and, you know, whatever. And I was already there. It's just one of those things, if it's like, it's only, like, if it's less than $10, I'm okay with that extra price, why not? Plus, I do like chatting to those guys, they're pretty nice. You know, I didn't want to just go there and buy the stuff that's cost $20 in total, but I mean, at the same time, there's no harm in just buying one thing that's cheap. Yeah, so that was good. That was actually on the Friday night when I saw the Zombie Hunger. Saw them play live. That was pretty fun. So it was a hell of a weekend. Saw them play live, doing an interview with one of their band members, Caitlin, who did Caitlin Collar. She directed the film, so I'm going to interview her soon. And yeah, so I wanted to go see their band play, get some filming of it done as well, you know, just to put some extra stuff in the interview. And yeah, did that. Saw Ice House the next night, which I think is pretty obvious from my t-shirt. And then saw the Titanic movie in the 4Ks and the 3Ds at the IMAX, and that was in IMAX, huge ass screen. Pretty fun. 3D, not really relevant, almost completely unnecessary, but still cute, I guess. But nice transfer. The 4K looks exceptional, so I'm keen as hell for that to come out in 4K. Some of the digital effects look pretty woof, but I mean, hey, it was 25 years ago. I don't really have much grievances. Next up, we have The Mask of the Red Death, which comes with a sleeve, baby. No alternate artwork, but it is... Actually, I can just show the back of this, won't I? Yeah. It's a whole new restoration. I believe it's a 4K restoration. But it does feature the American and the uncut version, so the theatrical and uncut versions. I watched the uncut version, of course, because it was only like a few minutes longer, and I don't know what much of the difference is, realistically, but it looked great. It was a absolutely pristine restoration. The special effects are pretty fun. The special features are pretty fun. I watched the, I think, Color and Censorship in The Mask of the Red Death, the interview with Keith Johnston. Really creepy interview, because it's not really an interview, he's just talking to the camera, but that's the problem. Most of it's just him unblinkingly talking directly to the camera, and it's just a bit creepy. Like, they do intersplice some images and whatever of the film and some scenes from the film, but, like, it's just a bit weird. Anyway, it comes with new audio commentary with Kim Newman and Seth Hogan, and Roger Corman in conversation with Kim Newman at the BFI, plus behind-the-scenes still gallery and original theatrical cut of the film. So yeah, I hadn't seen it, and it was on sale, so at Amazon, but I got it with 2 other things. So let me show you the other things. So the first of the other things that I got was Godard, the Essential set, because I didn't have any of these films, except for Breathless, actually. I think I've got it over here. They did that 4K UHD release, but they never released the UHD in Australia. They only ever released it in the UK. So, like, I bought it for, like, a 2 for $20 in Australia, like, 2 years ago when it came out in, like, 2021. I'm pretty sure it was a 2 for $20, and maybe it was 20% off. Either way, maybe it was $14. I don't fucking remember. I know I got it on sale, and I'm like, hey, I've always wanted to watch a lot of Godard films, and Breathless, I've seen some scenes because they show you in film class, and I never got around to watching it. It is the 4K restoration. from Bluray.com, they actually stipulate that this restoration looks better on Blu-ray, whereas the 4K looks better on 4K. Like if it's a 4K UHD disc, but I don't have the 4K UHD disc, but it does have the extra special features. So I'm like, this one doesn't delineate what the special features are, so I'm a bit particular about that. But this release, which has still got some nice artwork, you got a new bonus film presentation by Colin Maccabee, Room 12, Hotel the Swede, Still Not Breathless, Godard episode Tempo, introduction by Jefferson Hack, and a new trailer. So it still comes with some special features, which is nice. I don't know what the Godard set comes with, unfortunately. It doesn't really stipulate, and I couldn't find anything online. But it was on sale with all of these things. And it's apparently a really nice set, and I say that because I kind of agree. It comes with a very nice booklet, which reversible slides, and yeah, it talks about each film. So it has an essay on each film. It has images, has stills from the films as well. You know, all these different essays. I think I've seen. Oh. No, I haven't seen that one. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I'm pretty sure the only Godard film... What was the other one? I'm pretty sure I have seen a Godard film. I don't know. Either way. But yeah, a lot of these, I think, like Alpha 60 and stuff, like... I think at least 2 or 3 of these have not been released outside of this set. But yeah, in this case, you've got Breathless, which has been released at least 2 to 3 different times. Criterion's done a release. There was an original release back in like the early 2010s. And now Studio Canal's done a release for the 4K, plus this release, which I believe is also Studio Canal. So this is their initial 2K restoration. So there's Breathless, there's Une femme est une femme. They're all in French, except for Breathless, basically. Le Mépris, Alphaville, and Perrault Le Feu. I'm really fucking shit at French. If it helps, those are the names of the movies. But still, none of them... That was a bit of an Italian thing. Anyway. But yeah, so a bunch of them weren't actually released on... Oh, it tells you the special features there. Oh, fuck yeah. Hold on a second. Let me do a comparison. So, you get all 5 discs. They all come with artwork, which is really nice. It lists all the special features and whatnot. They all come with stills behind each disc, which is excellent. Give you a general shot. It's nice. I like these kind of sets. Okay, let's compare. Introduction by Colin Maccabee. Yes, or at least film presentation by Colin Maccabee, according to this one. I mean, they're both owned by the same properties. I imagine it's the same goddamn special... Well, they would be the same special features. Godard, made in the USA. Doesn't stipulate that here. Room 12, yes. Jean-Luc, according to Luke, is not on here. As in, not on this one. Jefferson Hack interview is on here. Or, actually, that's an introduction by Jefferson Hack. Tempo, Godard episode, yes, that is. And Jean Seberg featurette. No, so this one does stipulate as... It has emphasizes new bonus, as if there's a new bonus feature, but it doesn't name it. Film presentation and Room 12 and introduction, also, and Godard episode Tempo are all there. Still Not Breathless, I think, is maybe the only new feature. But this one seems to have more features. It's possible that they both have the exact same features. This one just has one extra, but it just doesn't stipulate. Like on the Classics Remastered one, it doesn't stipulate what the extra... that it has all those extra features. So, the possibility comes to, I could potentially just give that Breathless copy to someone else. I've got a friend who might like it, so, you know, it clears up some space, because then I can just watch it on this instead. So yeah, I figured I'd, you know, give that a shot because I hadn't seen it. It is Region B, I believe Region B locked, so, you know, if that's a concern, it's a concern, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm pretty happy to have it, though. I haven't seen a lot of Godard. I've got a Truffaut DVD set down there I still haven't watched, so I think I've watched, like, one of his films, maybe 2, so I'm not well-versed in the French revolutionary cinema of the 60s, so we'll get there. Next, but last, but is the best. I don't know, you tell me. It's Memories. I have none. This is the new set from, new, like, 2021, 2022 set, from blank film. It doesn't bloody tell me. It doesn't really tell me what the brand is, does it? Oh, that's so annoying. Why does it not tell me what the brand is? Mushroom Memories Project. No, it doesn't tell me anything. So yeah, it's a glossy cover. Comes with the front there. The top says Collector's Edition on the top there. Spine, also quite nice, very glossy. Back emphasizes the 3 different episodes. I'd seen this from a still. Someone had shown an image or a GIF on Twitter or something from, I think, Magnetic Rose, which... yeah, definitely Magnetic Rose. I believe Satoshi Kon wrote one of the episodes, I think. I don't know which one he did. He did one of them, as well as the guy who did Akira, basically did this from what I know. Maybe that is Katsuhiro Otomo. Probably. I'm pretty sure. It comes with special stuff. I'll show you the casing first. This is the UK region one, but I did get it from Amazon, because they don't have stuff from Zavi anymore, as you can probably check out my video talking about that. So this is the artwork it comes with. It does have reversible artwork, but it just says Memories across the inside, plus disc art there. Region B. Yeah, it must be Mushroom. That must be what it's called. Or, as it says here on the sleeve, because it does come with a sleeve on the back, it does say All the Anime, which I think is a brand. I'm pretty sure I have something else from them as well. I don't remember what. Yeah, that is where the... yeah, it's just All the Anime. That's literally what it's called. So this is 1080p, 16:9. You got Japanese and English audio, English subtitles, 115-minute long runtime, and that's for 3 episodes. So that's like 2 hours and you're done. Pretty good. One Blu-ray disc with Dolby True HD audio, Region B. You get bonus memory, special preview video, trailers, art gallery, interviews, translation and linear notes, canon photo, animated storyboards about the restoration, behind the scenes, Magnetic Rose English dub outtakes, because they did a whole new English dub for this, which apparently is pretty decent, but they do actually have outtakes for it as well, because I guess why not. It comes with episode 1 Magnetic Rose, episode 2 Stink Bomb, and episode 3 Cannon Fodder. So yeah, that's pretty nice. It comes with a booklet as well, but it does come with this poster of the artwork that is on the front of the set, which is very nice. Yeah, I'm pretty keen on this one. I still haven't gotten around to it. We just got in a couple of days ago, so I'm getting there. But yeah, you get your booklet, which comes with, talks about each individual episode, plus you get, by the looks of it, 3 different essays talking about space opera, Toxic Trip, and No Conquest Without Labor. And yeah, you get stills, you get descriptions, interview of the director, and more descriptions and stuff. This is actually quite nice. Chief director interview. Yeah. Whoa. Sorry, it's pretty hard for me to open this up for some reason today. I don't know. My hands are not being very fun. You get some more stills, which is pretty cool. You get all kinds of stuff. You know? Look at all this crazy crap. Yeah. Who cares? It's a good looking book. It's a wonderful looking set. I'd highly recommend getting it, just because it's like not an easy anime to get. You could get it in Australia a few years back. I found that exact same Blu-ray that someone had for like $150, and I'm like, how about no? So I think I spent maybe $50 on this. I don't know, but that seemed alright, because anime is pretty goddamn expensive as it is, especially in Australia. But the fact that this is on Amazon and from the UK, I'm like, it's not too bad, you know. And I like pre-2000s anime. There's a lot of stuff about pre-2000s anime I really like, mostly because it's all hand-drawn animation. Like, I love Ghost in the Shell and Akira, that much is more obvious stuff. But I do like some post-2000s. I like basically anything Satoshi Kon. Good stuff. Anything, mostly Ghibli, mostly all things Ghibli. Like, anything Miyazaki. So, he's only did, like, what? Did he only do, like, 2 films post-2000? I know he did The Wind Rises in, like, 2013. He's got a new one coming out soon. I think maybe Ponyo was early 2000s, like 2006 or 8 or something. Yeah, I think 2008, because I know Dakota Fanning, I think, did the English dub for it. I think that was around 2006, 2008. Either way, yeah. So I don't know. There's a range there, but that's all for now. I'm still expecting that they had a big Scream Factory sale on Amazon, so I plan to get some stuff in through that. And I do have a thing coming from the Arrow bloody store, but it seems to be delayed because it's just stuck at the airport. I think because Royal Mail is just not shipping things in the UK currently, so yeah, I expect it to be at the airport for a while. I don't know, I can track it. That's the good thing. It's on my Australia Post app. It's saying, hey, it's still in Jersey. It's just not going anywhere. So I'm like, great, it's been there for like almost 20 days now. It would be here by now, but that's how it is. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.